We'll see. What's up, everybody? This is Janky J from the For Real Takes, and tonight we got
This pick.
And you already know who this motherfucker is. Harv from the world famous Harv's motherfucking movie hut.
yes, and we'll see if the power lasts in the world famous movie hut.
It's not the power it's not that the power's going out. It's just that I'm running too much power and it's tripping the switch. So
I'm too powerful.
More power.
can you dig it?
Well, we'll just go ahead and start getting into it. I guess we'll go Harv, me, and then Disc. That's how it's showing up for me. Harv, what did you watch this week?
So I watched a nice, cool little movie, sticking with my Summerween vibes. It's called Blood Innocent. It was a 1992 vampire movie. It was directed by, what's his name? John Landis. Sorry, I'm pulling up my notes as I'm going right here. It was just kind of a last second watch. I never heard of it before. It was on Tubi, which of course you guys already know. I love Tubi very much. So I was just scrolling through there and I found this one and threw it on, and I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was going to be much, but it had a awesome cast. It was from, like I said, 1992, so a lot of the younger people, they look really young, like Angela Bassett, Luis Guzman, Chaz Palminteri. It was just great. I actually was really surprised at how good it was.
What was it about?
So the basic premise is it's about this French vampire. The main character. Let's see, what is her name? Anna Perlaud. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. She plays a vampire named Marie, and what she does is she has a code. She only, I guess, eats criminals. So she'll attack them, she'll eat them, and before they turn, she'll dispose of them, unalive them, kill them, if you will. You can go ahead and bleep that out, Shrek. So she does that, and so she goes, where am I at? Sorry, my ADD kicks in, so I lose my train of thought real quick. So she does that, and she goes after the main boss of the mob family, and she gets him, but she doesn't have time. She gets interrupted, and she can't finish him off. So she has to leave. She runs away, and during that time, he transitions into a vampire. And this guy is just straight psychotic. He's just a cold-blooded killer. He doesn't care. So he starts going and taking his made guys, and turning them. So this way they can all they can feel the power because he feels stronger. They feel faster. Same thing as always. And so he's like, well, we could use this power to really run things. And so it's up to her and the secondary guy. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, but he's a cop. And so she teams up with him to stop these guys.
I mean, who does she think she is that she gets to be the vampire and no one else is allowed?
Because I think because of that code, she doesn't want to give that kind of power to people that don't know how to handle it.
The power to kill people and eat them, like she does.
Well, she's like, so on this one, she can fly, or she can at least jump really high. She has superhuman strength, and she doesn't want somebody that to end up in the wrong hands. It's not really a horror. It's horror, but it's a comedy. It's actually pretty interesting that she doesn't even have fangs when she does the whole deed.
What?
She like bites them and like rips out a chunk. Like it's always a chunk ripped out, and it's just their regular teeth. There's no fangs involved, which I thought was pretty interesting. That was something different on a vampire.
Okay. What do you think you would rate it on Letterboxd?
I rated it I want to say it was either a 3 or a 3.5. Granted, it's a fun movie. It was funny. but like it was also, you could tell it was more of a lower budget movie. John Landis is probably maybe one of his just kind of quick ones for him to add to his resume or whatever. So yeah.
Okay. Cool stuff. Yeah, I watched one about 30 minutes ago. I finished watching it, but well, I want to talk about two though, actually. So the first one that I watched was earlier in the week. This is a movie called A Dog's Life from 1918. It's a 108-year-old fucking movie. And it's Charlie Chaplin. It's a short movie, like I think 40 minutes, something like that. And it was just so fun, man. Like I've been going back and watching some Charlie Chaplin and just kind of rediscovering love for old movies like that. And he was just so fucking entertaining. I also watched The Circus with him, and I don't think I could ever get tired of him. I also was talking to Disc about Buster Keaton. There's another guy, Lloyd, from back in the silent era. He used to do a lot of different like stunt work and stuff like that. So I don't know, if you're ever in the mood for something like that, I think A Dog's Life is kind of like one of those perfect little starter movies for that era. And then the other one that I just finished watching was a movie called Dark Night of the Scarecrow. And this was like way more fun than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, Harv told me that this was a good one after I told him I watched it, but like I found it as a made for TV. It came out in 1981. I only really recognized two people in it. There was Charles Durning. He was Pappy O'Daniel from Oh Brother Where Art Thou? And then Lane Smith was the dad from Son-in-Law, the grumpy dad. He was in there. Basically, what this movie's about, it's a pretty simple plot. There's this guy who's I don't know what the right terminology is.
Mentally challenged.
I don't even know. I was gonna say intellectually challenged. I don't know what it is now, but whatever. He's that, and he's friends with this little girl, and they're out kind of gallivanting around town, and this little girl gets attacked by a dog, and the guy, he gets her away from it, and a couple of these guys in town think that he assaulted this girl. They don't know what happened, and they just assumed because they have kind of like a pre-hate towards this guy, and so they form a little posse. The guy, he runs, the main guy, he runs to his mom, and he's like, Mom, I don't know what happened. Like they're coming after me. And she says, go play the hiding game. And so he runs out into this field. The posse shows up to the mother's house, and they're asking where he is. We're going to kill him. They got guns and shit. And she's refusing. She's like, I'm not telling you where my son is. Like, get the fuck off my land. But they have hound dogs. So the dogs pick up a scent, and they go out into this field, and you just see this scarecrow out in the field. And they're walking up. They think that they lost him, but then the guy looks closer, and you can see the guy's eyes through the sackcloth hood that he's wearing, and you see that he's inside the scarecrow. And the Charles Durning, he kind of pulls away and tells the guys he's in there. And they all pull their guns out and they blast him. And then right after that happens, right after they kill the poor guy, they get a call on the radio, and they're like, hey, you guys need to come back to town. That we got it all figured out. The little girl was attacked by a dog. Bubba, that was his name, by the way, Bubba. They're like, Bubba actually saved her life. And they're like, oh, fuck. Like, we just murdered this guy. And so they go to court, and they get off on, like, basically there's not enough evidence to convict them. So they all get off. And then from there, it just kind of proceeds into like a normal, people start dying in mysterious ways, blah, 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 regular horror movie stuff. But I mean, it was still good. And like I said, it was made for TV. So you're not really getting any, like gore or anything like that you would expect from like an 80s slasher type movie. But even without that, I still think the kills were done, pretty clever ways. There's a wood chipper kill, which is always welcome. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was pretty solid. I know there's a sequel, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that we may get a remake for in the next like 10 years if it gets some traction, because every now and again some random 80s movie will just blow up. People will just be like all over this movie, and then somebody will pick up the rights for it and remake it or do something with it. So yeah, I had a good time with it. That was mine.
Yeah, the I compare the Bubba's character to Lenny and Mice of Men and Mice of Men, or that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same intellectual type character.
Yeah.
Where he thought, he was basically like 5 or 6 years old, and that's how in his mental state. The guy that plays Bubba is actually the villain in the movie Darkman. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I never watched.
Wow.
Darkman. I know they're cool.
Then never mind. Let's just make a movie podcast and don't know about Darkman. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you could make a list on your hands how many people have probably seen fucking Darkman.
Hey, that movie was a cool fucking movie back in the day.
I heard it was. I heard it was cool.
Liam Neeson's. Come on now.
That's cool. No, yeah, he also reminded me of I forget the character's name, but in Leprechaun, remember the one guy who was friends with the young boy? Yeah, kind of reminded me of that too. But yeah,
I didn't know it was made for TV though. I thought it was an actual horror movie. I never really knew that. That was actually a good bit of information I did.
Okay. Yeah, it was fun. What about you, Disc?
Well, I was gonna ask, what was that movie called? It sounds interesting.
It's called Dark Night of the Scarecrow.
Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Okay.
It's on Tubi, of course.
Well, I watched it on Daily Motion because I only had a limited amount of time to finish it, so I had to watch it at a higher speed. So I was watching it at like 1.5x, so it's kind of sped up so I can get through it.
It's a relatively short movie too. It's not very long at all, but it's definitely it's a fun movie.
Also some like Southern Gothic kind of vibes too. I like a good, like a movie set in the South, where it's not like ridiculous the way that they're trying to do the accents and stuff. Like it sounds natural, or they get actors that are from the South that already kind of sound like that. And so I appreciated that too.
That's a type of movie that when you want to introduce somebody to horror movies, you don't want to throw them in into like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or something very gory, especially some of the ones now like the Rob Zombie versions or anything. If you want to ease somebody into something, that's kind of a movie to do it to, because it's, like you said, it's not very gory, and it's at a right pace to where you could follow it pretty easily and still be kind of like, ooh, little horror there at the end. So I think it's a fun movie. Definitely is a good recommendation on there too. You get Harv's stamp of approval.
Okay.
I need to get a little sound machine so this way I can do something like.
Okay. All right, Disc, what'd you watch?
Well, speaking of fun movies, I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. So this movie was a movie that Janky was very highly of, and Harv has not seen it yet, so I can't go too into depth. But it's not even like, the thing is too, like, if I did go in depth, like, it is very different from like traditional Texas chainsaws. So like, it's very different. Like even the start, like I think the start of the movie is just very unique with how it's mainly just sound, and that's what people are going off of. And I like the radio talk show like setting. I thought that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Chop Top was like a really cool addition to the movie. I thought he was like almost like the Joker, or a character I'm gonna say for a fun fact. Just that's who he really felt like. Just very what's the call? What do you call it? Just like creepy and like energetic at the same time. Like he's just ready to kill.
Yeah.
He just wants to see it.
Yeah.
But what I really liked about the movie though was I liked how Leatherface had like way more personality than you normally get in a Texas Chainsaw movie, and I don't know. I don't know if it's because you really kind of see more of his face in a way in some of the shots, or if it's just his actions he do in the movie. But I will say this, Harv. So if you want to cover your ears, go for it. But Leatherface, he does have a crush on the girl, and then that's kind of like the big change, I guess, with this movie compared to others, is that yeah, like he kind of like steps back. He doesn't just kill. Like he kind of like saves this one because he starts getting feelings for it. And yeah, I don't know that very. I think that adds a lot to that movie in a whole. But, so with the fun facts I wanted to say was basically yeah, you can come back, Harv.
Okay. He was just going to try to keep me out of the whole goddamn podcast.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Just stay out of here.
interesting and fun facts is where I'm at, Harv. So for one, I didn't know that the cover art for this movie was supposed to be like a parody for Breakfast Club. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Mhm.
And then two, apparently Dennis Hopper, like for forever until I think he did like another movie that was like really bad, but like for forever he always said like this is like the worst movie he ever did, and he hated that he was in it. So that was kind of interesting because it's a fun movie. And then for number three, apparently the original Beetlejuice, or I guess just Beetlejuice character as a whole, Michael Keaton was very the character for Chop Top was like very inspired and created the whole Beetlejuice like character. So pretty much, I guess there you go. If you haven't seen Texas Chainsaw, Chop Top kind of acts like Beetlejuice, if that helps for you guys.
So wait, are you saying Beetlejuice was based off Chop Top, or Chop Top was based off Beetlejuice?
No, Beetlejuice was based off of like took inspiration
Was inspired.
from Chop Top.
Was
Yeah.
Okay.
inspired by Chop Top.
Yeah, like Michael Keaton did a lot of like notes from that movie, which I think that's
Okay.
pretty cool. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Do you think that he took inspiration from Chop Top because it's the same actor in House of a Thousand Corpses when he played Dr. Satan?
Does Bill Moseley play Dr. Satan? I know he plays Otis.
Or Otis,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, not Dr. Satan.
Oh, okay. I could see like not. I mean, because he's there's
In the
like
first one,
similarities.
not the other ones, because the other ones it seems like he got darker and serious
Yeah.
and just more violent. But the first one was more of a campy, was a little bit more campy than the later two.
I see similarities. I don't know if it's like a direct like inspiration, but I think that might just be Bill Moseley or Mosley, however you say his name, just being him,
Yeah, because in this movie it's like to another level. Like his characteristic, like it's just
he's almost like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In Texas too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just very like bouncy, like I don't know. He's alive and he's energetic and he's ready to have fun. It's like fun for him. Think about it like that.
Yeah. Like he's like constantly like jumping, shaking. He's like almost like imagine like somebody jumping and shaking and then just saying like, do it. Like that. It's kind of like what it's like. It's just like it's just very weird, but it's fun watching it when it does happen because it is creepy in a way too. Just yeah.
So okay, now so you've seen the original and you've seen the second. Have you seen any of the other ones yet?
Yeah, I've seen the remake for.
Okay. Just the remake, not the sequel for the remake?
What, the beginning?
Okay.
Yeah, I've only seen 3.
Then in my opinion, you've seen all the ones you need to see.
That's kind of what I was thinking. The next one I would watch would be either, and I would probably just be the beginning.
That'd be the only other one I would say that, or actually, I'm kind of a like
Well, you
I
like
do
the
like
three.
Texas, the 3D. Yeah, I'm a fan of that one. Yeah, I know how bad that movie is, but that's another one again where it's like it's not as fun as Texas 2, but the like in comparison to the other movies, it's more of a fun one. So if you do like that style, I would suggest Texas 3D over the beginning. If you're more like I want like a kind of a more fun movie, like the beginning is nasty. There's some nasty scenes in that one. It's good, like it's not a horrible movie or anything, but just
Yeah,
depends on
like
your mood.
it's really hard for me to decide which one I like best. Like when it comes to the original and then the part two. Like they're both good in their own kind of ways.
Mm.
So it's hard.
Have you seen 3? Not you, Disc. I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've seen all
Like
the
I'm not
Texas
asking.
movies.
You seen them all?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
So you seen Leatherface? So how is that one? Because I've been wanting. That's on my watch list. Texas 3.
It's
The
Texas
looks
3.
corny. Yeah, not the
Yeah.
remake of Leatherface, but the original.
Yeah, okay.
Which is
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of like I said, the only ones that I really enjoyed were the ones that like Disc has seen and then 3D. I didn't like the one with McConaughey. I didn't like the one with Viggo Mortensen. Um, Even like some of the newer ones, like that Leatherface one. I don't know. Like they never did anything that was like adding to like it didn't feel like they were bringing anything to the table that made it worthwhile to like actually sit down and watch it. If it's like I got all these movies stacked and it's like I could watch something over there or I could watch one of these and it's like they just don't do anything, at least in something like Texas 2 you're getting that tonal shift from the first movie, so that's a perk. And then if you're going to the remake, like you're just getting like a more vicious version of the original one, so that's a perk. And so they all have like these little things that would make you want to watch it, but some of those other ones just really don't. I guess the only perk would be seeing a young Vigo or a young McConaughey. If you're just really wanting to see them in a role, that would be it. But yeah. All right. Um, well, I guess we'll go into our movie recommendations. Harv, what do you got for us?
so this week I got for my recommendation. It's 1992's Bad Lieutenant. I recently watched this film. Matter of fact, I watched it yesterday. It's available on Tubi, of course. It was unexpected. It stars Harvey Keitel. It's there's some brutal scenes in there. SA scenes. But the character that he plays is where he's just addicted. He's a drug addicted, crooked cop from Pittsburgh that he's always drunk on the job. He's always he smokes. He's doing crack. He's doing heroin. He's trying to figure out, and it's basically a nun gets essayed by these two street kids, and he's trying to figure it out why she's like forgiving of them. Like there's a scene where she's in confession and she's talking to the priest and he's like, well, who was it? Do you know who they were? Because she knew who they were. And, she's like, well, I'm not going to tell you. She goes, I know it's, under the rules of the confession and all that, but I'm going to say, not going to tell you and I'm going to forgive them. And the whole part where he's trying to figure out who these guys are is just, he's baffled on why she's able to just let it go the way she did. And it's just like, it torments him and it's even bringing him down and bringing him more into darker places. There's some weird scenes in there that are, I don't even know what happened. I was like, why is this even part of the movie? But it's definitely worth a watch just to kind of give it your little, opinions and your little stamp of approvals and stuff like that, or just say, well, why did he recommend this damn movie to me? Because this sucks. But anyway, there's my recommendation for the week.
Okay. I remember I watched Bad Lieutenant 2 one time, and I was like kind of under the influence, and I don't remember like much of it, but there was one part that like sticks out to me. Did you see Bad Lieutenant 2? Anybody?
It's been years, and it was a very forgettable film.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But I just remember there's a part where he's like interrogating this old lady who's on oxygen, and he just fucking like pinches her oxygen tube. She's like 80 years old. He's like, tell me what I want to know. And he just like cuts her oxygen off. And I was like, these fucking movies, dude. So crazy. And it's Nick Cage too. So it's like even more fucking zany.
And if you want to see full frontal of Harvey Keitel, hey, Bad Lieutenant is where it's at.
He hangs dong?
Oh, full frontal.
Okay. We only know one person.
That's one of the scenes I was not expecting it. I was not. And then he does these crying scenes in there where it's just like, why is he doing that? The sound. It was just like, oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard. But it's very interesting.
Was he not good in it, or was he?
No, he was great. He was fantastic, but he would just do these crying scenes, and they were like, it showed it was because of stress. It was more stress, and he was just like, oh, but it was the noise he would make when he was like doing this, like pure, just out of frustration. You're just like, ugh, why? Don't do that. Just yell. Do something else. Why are you crying like that?
So what did you enjoy most about that movie? Like, is there anything that like sticks out that you want to let someone know that wants to watch it?
No, I'm not that kind of a critic like you and Shrek here that can pinpoint.
There's nothing that just
and artsify every movie and shit. Come on. I just say what I like about it and what's good. I will say that it's very nostalgic. It's very like when you watch it, you think you're watching a 70s film. The way it's shot, the type of, I don't know if it was the film they used or whatever, but it looks like a 70s film, in which I thought it was. I thought it was like 70s, early 80s, until somebody started talking about the Dodgers and Darryl Strawberry. And I was like, what? Wait, he wasn't in there till the 90s. And that's when I actually had to look it up and show that it was 1992. I didn't even know it was made in 92. I thought it was like 82 or 83. Like the cars, everything looked older. The footage, the way it looks, the way it was shot, the sound, everything looks older. And but yeah, no, it was definitely a 90s flick, and wow, it was a wild ride.
Good stuff. My recommendation, and please forgive me if I have recommended this already. I'm pretty sure I haven't though. But it's a movie called Sorcerer from 1977. This movie was directed by William Friedkin, who also did The Exorcist. So very different movies though. And it's got Roy Scheider in it, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's the main guy from Jaws. And this is a movie that it's the pacing on it is kind of strange for the first half of it. You're basically there's a huge setup with this movie. You're meeting the main characters, and they're all fugitives from different parts of the world that all kind of converge in this South American village. And they're trying to like clear out this like piece of land, I think it is, and they need these explosives in order to do it. But the explosives are kind of far away. And it's I forget the type of explosive, like nitroglycerin or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, this type of explosive is extremely finicky, and it can blow up like at the slightest kind of movements. And so what these guys, they basically make a deal with this like big wig in the village, and he's like, listen, I'll get you guys passports, I'll give you some money or whatever, but I need the shit brought from over there to over here. And so all the movie is, I'm going to explain it basic and then I'll tell you why it sucks, is these four guys have to drive a truck from point A to point B. But like I said before, all the shit in the back of the truck, like if they hit a fucking bump in the road too hard, then the whole truck's going to explode. And they're in the jungle of South America. And so there's just a lot of like really tense scenes. And there's one extremely famous scene from this movie where they have to drive this truck over a rickety ass bridge that's over water, and it's like during a fucking rainstorm, the bridge is doing this, and a bunch of the wood planks are missing from the bridge, so they're having to like angle the wheels perfectly along the sides of the bridge. They can't fucking jostle it too much. Dude, like there's so many things stacked against them, and the whole time you're watching, like I remember like my palms were getting sweaty. I was like, fuck this scene, dude. And it's not the only one. There's other ones. Like every time they like took a turn, I'm like, these dudes are dead. They're fucking dead. It's gonna blow up. But yeah, and then there's a lot of like really clever scenes. There is some kind of weirdness later in the movie because one of the guys is just kind of like, he's been through the shit. He's been through the ringer. He's out of it. He also has some PTSD. So you get kind of this strange dreamlike sequence that lasts about 5 minutes. But the only thing I would want to reiterate as a recommendation for this movie is that I think it's like the first 30 to 40 minutes of the movie, you're not getting to that part of it yet. So that first 30 to 40 minutes is all the setup of you meeting these characters, why they're fugitives, what they're doing in this village, how they all come together. And then from that point, it's fucking nuts. So if you can just be patient and get through that part and really get into the movie and feel for these characters, it makes the payoff worth it. And there's not a lot of movies that have taken that long that I've seen personally to really get to the point. But like I said, I think the payoff is worth it in the end. So that's mine.
I want to say I remember you talking about it. I don't know if you recommended it before or if you just watched it and told us.
Yeah, it could have been. I might have maybe did like a movie I watched this week for it.
Yeah.
That could have been it. Maybe when we first started the podcast. I know I have talked about it.
Because I remember you talking about the truck and then how dangerous it was and how suspenseful it was, them driving the truck from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And it sounded really interesting. I couldn't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's definitely a movie I want to check out. It sounds...
Well, speaking of the name, don't fucking ask why it's called Sorcerer, because I have no idea.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be one of your bullshit ass fucking fantasy movies.
Okay, fuck you, first of all. Second of all, no, it does. And that was part of the reason I wanted to watch it. But then I found out what it was, and I was like, well, even though it's not fantasy, I'll still watch it because that sounds cool.
I wanted to ask, does like throughout the movie, do they like, because this would probably add a lot of suspense, but like throughout the movie of like when I guess they're going through, I guess from point A to point B, is there like a lot of like back and forth arguing, like trying to make sure that they stay alive?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that really, two guys in particular that like fucking hate each other, and I don't want to say why because it's kind of like like a good part of the movie, but yeah, I think only two of them really kind of connect at any level throughout the movie. They're either distant or they don't like each other. And there's even a part too, this isn't really spoiling, where they're supposed to take this path and one group's like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to go this way. And that's kind of how you get to that bridge sequence or whatever. But they are bitching and fighting for a good chunk of it. It kind of adds to the tension in the movie.
Yeah, I still need to watch.
What year was it from?
77.
Okay. Who's the is there any like major actors in it, or is it just kind of some?
I mean, they might be big, but I just don't know. The only one I know for sure is Roy Scheider, like I said, the guy from Jaws, and he's so good in it too, because he's got a very good way of like expressing the danger of the scene. And you see that in Jaws too, like just his reaction to seeing the shark for the first time. And you get, but in this one, it's not so much like him seeing something like boom, oh, danger kind of thing. It's more of this like looming, like, fuck, dude, like this sucks. Why did I do this? Like, this job sucks, you know? And like, there's a sequence where they have to, there's like a giant barrier. I don't want to say too much again. There's a giant roadblock basically, and they got to figure out there's no other way past it. So they have to figure out a way to get past it. And just his like reaction to it, just being like, fucking damn it. Like he's so good at showing that lost hope kind of feeling.
Yeah. I think that's interesting that they made a movie like that. Like, I feel like for someone who would think to make a movie, and that'd be the like written down idea, like making a car go from point A to point B, that'd be like something I feel like over time you'd be like, okay, never mind, that was just a dumb idea.
Right.
But they did it, you know, like, and it's an intense movie. It's kind of interesting how they can just say, we'll do it, you know, like we'll give it a try.
Yeah, I wish I had looked it up before we started the episode, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it came out before Sorcerer, but there is another movie that has like the exact same plot.
Oh.
So I don't know if this was kind of like a remake or maybe it was based on a book or something like that. But yeah, there is another movie with a very similar plot. So for any listeners, sorry I didn't look that up, but if you look it up, if you watch Sorcerer and you like it and you want some more of that shit, there is another one out. What is your recommendation for us, Disc?
All right, so mine, I did not do a lot of research, so I'm just gonna go off the rip. But it is a great movie. So it either came out from 2016 or 2018. It's called Sound of Metal. This is a very unique movie. So basically, it's this guy who's in a band. He has a girlfriend, and he's a drummer, and he does a lot of loud drumming, and he basically lost his hearing, or he's starting to. And it does a really good job. Like the big sell for this movie is the way that they were able to like adjust the audio to almost make you feel like you're deaf when you're watching it, because it makes you like in the person's head. It's very weird, but it's really done well. But pretty much what happens is he slowly loses his hearing. He has to go to basically learn sign language. He hates it. He doesn't want to like face the fact that he's never going to be a drummer again, and he's constantly like, I'm just going to do better. And what he basically finds out that there's this type of like hearing aid that'll pretty much almost put your hearing almost all the way back to the way it was, or it'll sound worse. And he's stuck thinking that it's going to be back to normal, but it's different for every person if it works or if it doesn't. But it costs a shitload of money. So what he does is he sells his RV and his whole setup of musical stuff, which I think that's so crazy. Like how he wants his hearing for that, but then he's sacrificing all of that and then not even knowing like if that's even going to work. But he's still doing the courses of like the whole sign language. But yeah, like the people that are there in the group are like, this is not like, don't get your hopes up, man. Like you just learn sign language. It's for the best. But anyway, he doesn't go through with it. He gets the ear thing, and yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay.
I probably should have stopped a little bit earlier.
Yeah, maybe, but that's all right. It's about as much as a trailer would give.
But yeah, it's.
And who needs to watch the movie now? You just told us the whole fucking plot or the whole damn movie.
It's a great movie. Like it's a very unique movie. It's also kind of, I guess, another simple plot movie, but it shows like the rise and the fall of like someone who's really passionate about what they have and being like that's their thing that they want and their main focus, and then it gets completely taken away from them, and then thinking they have a chance of coming back, and then they just try. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Nice. Yeah, I remember when that movie was coming out, a lot of people were talking about it, and it was one that I just kind of never got around to. But I don't think anybody's ever said anything bad about it.
No,
I've never heard of it or seen it, so.
well, when I watched it, it was a blind buy. I just watched it and I was like, this is cool. Like when it comes to like the instrument of like the techniques of the sound, it was really cool.
Did you what, did you get it for the Criterion or?
Yeah, it's a Criterion. Yeah, it was a blind buy like from a few years ago. But yeah,
a few years ago? You've had it a few years?
Yeah, like a year or two.
Oh, I thought it was during the last, 37 that you just bought last week.
No. This I've watched it a while ago. It's just always one of those movies that stick with me. I think it's just like I said with how unique it is with the audio choices.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Another one that I heard had a lot of audio stuff too was that Undertone movie. Was it similar to that, like with some of the audio tricks? I haven't seen Undertone yet, so I don't know. I just know that was a thing.
I literally just watched
it. Yeah, I watched it the other day. I don't know if I would really say it's like that. Like in this one, like it's like they will like it's almost like a humming. Like it almost feels like vibrations. Like you literally feel like you're like deaf when you watch it in some scenes.
Yeah, no, that's nothing like Undertone.
No, okay. Yeah, it really does go through like all the things that probably a lot of people that are deaf have to go through on their daily basis.
Yeah, I just meant like again, I haven't seen Undertone, so I just heard that movie had a lot of like unique audio effects or like different things they were doing with the audio for that movie.
Not really. I mean,
no,
it was more just like
I've been bamboozled.
You have. I mean, it's basically so the whole premise of Undertone. Just so this way, I won't give it too much. I won't do what Dis did here with Texas 2, but basically, it's a girl and a guy that you never see. Doing a podcast. And so they get these tapes or these audio files. The guy gets them sent to him, and there's 10 of them, and they start playing them for their podcast. Their podcast is kind of like a spooky podcast type deal, and it's something. It's just like they go through them, and it's about it's weird sounds, and it's basically a girl that talks in her sleep. And the guy's like recording as she's talking in her sleep, and then it's just getting more and more sinister as it goes. And
like each gets worse, but they like continue the story.
Okay.
And then you start hearing the whatever it is, spirit, demon, whatever. You start hearing bits of it and hearing weird things inside the audio files. And he can hear it, and then she's starting to hear it, and it's kind of like just hypnotizing, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's nothing like what he was talking about.
Yeah, the only thing I guess you would say that's unique, but it's not really unique, is they do a lot of backwards track audio, like the reverse. Okay. And then there was this one scene where I think doesn't like her headphones like get super loud. And then she like throws them, but like that's nothing like too crazy with like audio wise.
Yeah, it wasn't a. I didn't really care for it.
It was kind of boring.
Yeah, it was. Like I thought it was going to be some fantastic movie. I heard some good things about it, and I watched. I was like, this is a little dull, a little long winded.
Yeah.
And at the end, I was just like, wow, really? That's it. I'd rather watch Hush. At least there's more visual effects on that one.
Hey, that's one. That's one that's probably closer to what's it called?
Oh yeah,
Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal. They do a lot of that, like where it's lower audio.
Well, was there anything you guys wanted to talk about this week? I got a little one.
I got one. If you want to go first, and then I'll go second. Since yours is smaller, you say? and mine's bigger.
All right. So I got just a little bit of a thing to bitch about is there's a new release coming out for Arrow Video for the movie Go. And I don't know if anyone has seen it yet, but it's dog shit. It's complete dog shit. It's a 4K release of this movie. The slip cover was it the slip that was the AI one, or was it the?
No, okay, this is what makes it an issue is because the slip cover is the original artwork.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah,
yeah.
So the slip is the original artwork. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just the same fucking thing. And then when you take the slip off, the artwork for the actual case looks like AI. Like it looks like it was made with ChatGPT with like even minimal effort in that. It looks like somebody literally just put like make it look like a party and put Go on it or something, and it just looks like shit.
Like there's no character faces, nothing. It's just like a black silhouette and then like disco lights and then it just says Go. And like yeah, like and like to add to that, like it just sucks too because like Arrow is known for like having some really cool, unique alternate covers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
yeah, I was just saying, like, you know what's crazy too is like for another new release since it's relevant. That Troy one, the Arrow Video Troy.
Yeah,
that slip cover is an alternate one, the red
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
But with Go, it's just the original, and it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, it just seems like I don't know. Like if you're going to release it, is it just like yes, like you're getting the 4K and that's cool and all, but that shouldn't be just like your Arrow Video. Like you're supposed to fucking just give us a little something extra, like the way that physical media is and the way that people enjoy it. That that's what people want, and it takes no extra effort. You already got to print the fucking thing anyway, so why not just make it look cool? Like it's just one extra step, and it's not even an extra step, it's just a different step is all. Yeah. So I don't know, I just
when I look at that cover, like I don't think of that movie at all.
It looks like an advertisement for like, I don't know, some like fucking like flea market perfume or something. It just looks basic as shit. I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking or who was in charge of that, but they should be fired.
Like even this would look bad. I was just saying, like, even if they kept the Go like font the same, but even then,
it's not enough, dude. So anybody who's listening, if you go on Google and just type in Arrow Video Go 4K, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the regular artwork for the slip, whatever, it's the original stuff. But when you see underneath there, you're going to be like, dude. And you compare that to like other, like Disc was saying, other Arrow releases. It's like, what the fuck happened here? Like, I
the one where they're
fully
dancing?
believe. Yeah, it's just lights and then like shadow figures.
It looks like a rave. It looks like a rave.
Dance club. But it looks like shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
Like it's so like basic. It's I don't know, man.
They just kept the regular. The one that is showing is just the original artwork, isn't it? The picture.
Yeah, the slip cover. Like they didn't do anything.
Yeah, they did nothing but go on ChatGPT and fucking.
I won't even say that. They just went on fucking Google and went to Google Images.
Just stock images.
They looked up rave and then put the text Go on it, and then they said that's good enough.
Yeah. So that was just my little thing.
I haven't even seen the movie. I don't even know if there is a lot of raves or parties like that. But
I've never seen
even if that was the whole point of the movie, I still would say it's stupid because it just looks bad. It's just I don't know. It's a quality thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So what do you got, Harv?
So mine is I want to get your guys' thoughts on the news I heard today. Harv's news break. So, I recently read today that Netflix is now in the running to buy Letterboxd. So now apparently it's Sony, Paramount, and Netflix, and there's some other people from what I hear or what I've seen. But I want to see what you guys think about those, especially Netflix buying Letterboxd. What do you think? What do you guys think?
You want to go disc?
Like what's the point of a streaming website or like app, what are you gonna call it? A streaming company. Like what's the point of them owning something like that anyway? Because there's still gonna be their streaming movies on it anyway, like now. So it's like, what are they really paying, like owning it for? What, so they can charge for it?
I'm assuming to collect whatever revenue it makes, and I think it must be that there's been a big boom of users and subscribers to Letterboxd. Somebody's ears must have perked up, because there's no way that just all of a sudden, everybody's like, scrambling to get their hands on it or whatever. So I imagine that has to be like some part of it, but it's what they would do with it, if anything. If they don't do anything with it, then it doesn't matter.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you know what I could see them doing? I wonder if you like have the same login info on that streaming app as you do on Letterboxd. If like when you're done watching the movie, you can log it on the streaming app. I wonder if they'll do that.
If Netflix buys it, I could, because Netflix loves to integrate shit. So, yeah. And they're expanding with different forms of media. Actually, there is kind of one thing I want to talk about extra, like pertaining to that. But what were you saying, Harv?
I wouldn't doubt it if Netflix even tries to turn it into a subscription based, just because they don't like to give anything for free.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't doubt if they try to even go more subscription based and you have to pay for it. Which, in that case, I'm out.
I think I know what it is. I think there's an incline of people paying for Patreon. And that's turning like the eyes of that. Because then they think, well, if they could pay for that, then they could probably pay for it monthly and just say, screw the Patreon.
Yeah, but Patreon's not...
No, patron. I think patron.
Yeah.
The subscription level on Letterboxd, like the highest one you can get.
Instead of doing that level tier, just making that like a base, like what you get, and then just making it that price, and then make it that cost for everybody. Or maybe make it cheaper, because then it'll average out, because more people, and then, whatever. But I could see them doing that if they do, like, make it a paid thing.
We'll see. We'll see. They might lose the bid.
Yeah.
Somebody else can get it.
Do you know, like, what, like, an eyeball of how much it would be?
They didn't say a price. I didn't see any prices yet, but...
Probably a lot.
It's got to be up there. Yeah. Especially if all the major, or like these major movie companies and Netflix, I wouldn't doubt who else would, maybe Amazon would even try to probably get into it.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I wanted to kind of add to the conversation as well, because I just remembered it. So literally, was it yesterday or the day before? So we were talking about Netflix. So I remember when Netflix first started adding games, like little games you could play, and you would like do it from your phone or whatever. And I saw it when it first came out, and then I was like, this is stupid. And I ignored it until yesterday. And I go on there and I see fucking Red Dead Redemption. And I was like, what? I was like, no way. Like, there's no way. And so this is a 32-year-old who can't believe what age he lives in. This is all this conversation's about to be. Just me being like, whoa. But anyway, so yeah, I click on it and it's like, yeah, down, like scan the QR code. So I scan the QR code and then I downloaded Red Dead Redemption to my cell phone. And then I'm playing Red Dead Redemption on my cell phone through Netflix. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, to me, that's crazy. Like, you don't get it. Okay. You don't get it. Like, there was a time when I was paying $2 or whatever it was to get a Netflix DVD mailed to my house. And then I would watch that. And then I would go on my PS2 and play Red Dead Redemption. Now I'm streaming Red Dead Redemption through Netflix, through some magical thing called the internet, onto my fucking cell phone and playing it with no lag and no stutters, and it looks better than it ever did on my PS2. Like, that's fucking mind-blowing, dude. Like, I just, like, sometimes when, like, certain, like, technological things kind of, like, come up, I get taken back where I'm just like, dude, it is crazy where we are now in comparison to where we used to be. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that really quick and just kind of nerd out about it. I thought that was badass.
Don't they also have GTA on there too?
Probably. Fuck.
I think they had GTA 3 or San Andreas. I think I saw that on there one time.
It's nuts.
I never tried playing any of them.
There you go. You don't need PlayStation. You just go on Netflix.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't try to I was, because, like, you know, playing it on your phone is kind of wonky because you're on your touch screen and it's small, but I was like, I wonder if I could put my, like, Xbox controller, like, Bluetooth it to my phone and literally play it like I would on a console. I don't know. It's like just nerd shit. It, like, makes me, you know, excited to see it.
Yeah, fucking nerd.
An iPad, you'd be set.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe on my laptop or something, like my MacBook, I could, like, try to
scan it.
That's nuts.
You fucking Apple users. Oh god.
He's just mad because I got the Mac after telling him to get the Windows.
Yeah,
I still think you made the. I still think you made the better choice. Trust me.
No.
If something goes wrong with my Mac, I'm shit out of luck. If something goes wrong with your laptop, you're fine.
If you would have used that same logic, then you would have just gotten a regular laptop.
Well, the only difference, though, yeah, but I'm using this for. All right, we're gonna argue on here. I'll argue with you right now, motherfucker. I'm also using this for school, and so some of the integration options are very, you know, helpful for that, and it made it a little bit smoother. But for what you're doing, you don't need a MacBook. Nobody needs a MacBook unless they need a MacBook.
Well, just wait and see until our little bubble on our chat groups turns green when I go to Android. Just to piss you off, I'm gonna turn that motherfucker green.
You do it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm actually thinking about it. I'm thinking about switching back to Android. I don't know yet.
For what?
I'm not. I don't know.
To be a fucking dick.
No, I was talking about it the other day, and it was just the way you get your options for apps are a lot more vast than on Apple.
What apps are you trying to download that you can't get on Apple?
There's certain apps for work that you can get for free for where I work. That you can get for free that work better on Android than they do on Apple. On Apple, I download them, and they're not the same app. They're close to it, but then you got to watch all these fucking ads for the free version, or you have to pay. Like everything you have to pay for on Apple, or watch ads. And sometimes I don't have time to be watching ads to get shit done. So I don't know. It's a thought, and it's maybe a little bit more easier to connect. So I could download my movies or my videos for other, other social media, pictures, everything else. So since I'm stuck with a PC, I might go back to that.
Wow!
Just because you fucking Apple nerds.
It's very passionate.
Like, that made no sense. But So you're basically saying because of ads, but yet you love and stand for Tubi. And you can sit through the movies on there.
That's Tubi. That's a whole other thing. And that, but if I see ads on fucking on Netflix or whatever, I get pissed. Tubi, I don't expect much from Tubi.
You said the apps you're using are free, which means they have
for work
ads.
when I don't have time. When I'm watching Tubi, I have time.
Listening, by the way, this is just we're done with the episode, but we're gonna keep going because fuck it. Nobody's probably even listening at this point anymore. But
they already shut it off.
Yeah, it's probably dead in the water. But no, yeah, to give you an idea, do you remember? I switched for like a week. You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember I bought an Android. I bought the fold one that folds out into like a little mini iPad almost.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and then you know what happened? I hated it, and I went back to Apple in 7 days.
Oh, that's right. You did switch to Android. Very briefly.
Because you know what? It sucks.
I just don't like the layouts.
It's slow and laggy and shitty, and I don't know. Don't do it, Harv. You don't need it. You don't want it. You'll regret it right away. Like, not right away. Like, you'll have a day where you're like, yeah, fuck those guys. I was right. And then like the next day, the next morning, you're going to be like, I hate this. I want my Apple products back.
That's before, I've only been on Apple for about maybe 4 years. Because I went and got the 13, and then I just recently got the 16. But I used to be on Android forever. I was always on Android.
Apple's one of those things that anybody who didn't start out with it always inevitably talks mad shit about it until they get it.
I used to.
Yeah, I did too. And then I got the 11 Max or something like that, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. So much better.
I wouldn't say that. They both got their pros and cons.
Either that or there are people that just break phones really easily and they just get cheaper phones like Androids.
I heard the new what is it, the 20s that are gonna be coming out are gonna be like something different. I was hearing some stuff.
You seen those e-ink phones yet? The dumb phones?
Mm-mm. Oh, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they use e-ink like a Kindle, and you can still access certain stuff. It's just not as like you're not going to be doom scrolling on it. You're not going to be on TikTok or YouTube or anything.
I'm gonna go back to a fucking flip phone,
dude. There's some cool flip phones now too. There's like flip phones that are smartphones, but they flip.
And what are they? They're fucking Android.
Yeah. They're cool. That's the one I bought. It was cool. That's why I bought it. But it sucked. As a device, it was dog shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, everybody,
I think that's it.
We want to thank you for tuning in and listening to our rambling nonsense this past hour. We would like you also to, if you like what you heard, please subscribe and hit that notification button so whenever we upload a new episode, you can know about it too.
Yeah, that's what Harv cares about. I want comments, man. If you got something like if
I want followers. The more followers, the more comments.
Fuck him. Don't follow him.
Hey, fuck this guy.
Fuck him. All right, listen.
Wait,
I recently laid out some misinformation in a video and somebody called me out for it in the comments and I loved it. So if I ever say something that is wrong, flame my ass in the comments. If I ever say something that's stupid, don't listen to him.
I tell you directly. You say stupid shit all the time.
Make sure to leave a comment letting us know if you did watch any of our recommendations or if you like the movies that we watched recently or whatever. I love reading comments. Disc, anything you want to add?
You know what I
want?
want?
This guy.
What do you want?
Nobody cares.
For whoever's watching this, I would love if you would just tell someone else in your life about this channel. That's all I would want. Is for us to get passed on somehow in some way.
Speaking of which,
Or share.
So Disc's mom just told a whole basketball team about our podcast. And you know what? I was on TikTok and I saw somebody followed us, and I looked at the picture and he was on a basketball court. And I was like, Mama Disc coming in hard, dude. She's in charge of the marketing department.
There's a few people that were looking into our thing from that group, but
That's
I don't
cool.
know if they're watching this tonight.
Mama Disc is always pushing us.
Yeah.
She's pushing us to all her customers.
She's on top of it.
Telling people about us.
It's gotta be confident.
We need to get her a shirt so she can wear it at work while she's over there.
The fucking logo on it. Yeah. That'd go over great.
I need to make some business cards with our logo and just hand them out.
You know what I would like to do? If we ever did make merchandise, I want to make like really weird merchandise that most people don't wear anymore, like a sweatband. Like nobody wears sweatbands anymore. Get like a sweatband with the fucking four real takes logo.
Is that how you want us to go in debt? Okay.
I want like earrings with the 4 real takes. Little dangly earrings.
Little dangly ones.
Yeah.
For all the guy listeners, yeah.
Yeah. I think our, what is it? 100% male audience last time I checked. And I told Chrissy about that because she was asking about it. And I was like, it says 100%. I was like, you know, watching our fucking videos. She's like, I don't know. I guess it thinks I'm a guy. But anyway. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
See you guys.
Peace.